Amill here today. And oh boy, you have been waiting for this for a long time coming, but yet, here we are. Today's video, and I cannot believe I'm doing this. I am going to review the Casagrandes movie that just suddenly got released on Netflix. So yeah, I'm doing a review on that. But before I get started on the review, I want to play safe and not contain spoilers for anyone to witness. So if you haven't seen the movie, I recommend you leave this video and watch the movie yourself. But those of you who have seen the movie, yes, I'm glad. So sit back, sit relax, and enjoy the ride, because it's going to be a real doozy. I only seen that movie at least 2 or 3 times, so I easily forget about the plot. So, to make a quick summary, from my own laptop, I'm guessing the movie starts in about for at least in Mexico, in about 800 years ago. Start all the movie with a flashback, no kidding, and then we were introduced to this, dare I quote, the anti-villain of the movie was Pangori, the goddess of the moon, or biohuman Shiva. I cannot believe they make a reference to Shiva. Not only they make SpongeBob and a Rocco reference, they also make a Shiva reference if you haven't catched on. And she desperately wanted to tell her mom that she's ready to become a full goddess, but her mother tells her that she can't, and that she's still too young. Seriously, have they learned nothing from the independence? They have learned nothing from the, let your child grow up and let them discover on their own lesson? Because it seems cliche. And as much I hate to admit, it's actually better than the Loud House movie. Yeah, I literally just say it. I thought that the moment that they announced the question of this movie, I thought I was going to hate it. The same as I did for the Loud House movie. But after I watched it for the very first time, I actually like this movie. I mean, I get it. They did their research, they did the story well, even though it's still the same as the Loud House about me and the family relatives, but at least it was done right. At least it was done right. So back to the main movie, the plot. After they basically Pangori decides to went behind her mother's back, perform the ritual herself so she became a full goddess, and that immediately went backfire. And we cut up to present day as we see Bunny Ann getting ready to enjoy her summer because she's turning 12. So I guess if Lau isn't going to be the only one getting turned 12 anymore. In fact, they're now both almost about teenagers at the time. And she wanted to spend her summer with her best friend Bunny Ann. Sid, my bad, my mistake, even though Sid had no focus on the film, wanted to spend the summer in Extreme Eddie skateboard park. But the Casagrandes family have other plans, as they decide that her mother, Maria, I still cannot learn to pronounce the countess' name right, decides to spend all her savings money, so all for them to go to Mexico and learn about some stuff for her summer vacation. But Bunny Ann, as we continue focus on through the film, wants to do her own thing. But again, her mother won't allow it because she's still too young. I learned nothing from this. So at the moment we get to Mexico, after a suddenly freaked out montage, they were going to basically celebrate the arrival of the Festival of Fire. And I'm just going to let him explain for himself.
Beginning. So every year the townspeople build a huge bonfire, and there's tons of music and food. And of course, there's the big fireball tournament. What?
Yeah, so basically it starts for a new beginning. as I was standing right, if I'm correct, this basically celebrates for new beginnings. So you send Wendy Ann to Mexico on her summer vacation. I'm sorry, summer of 12. Summer of 12 to spend in Mexico with her family for the Festival of Fire. Like, as in, no meaning to the storyline. And then, the other characters that got revealed in the movie though? But hold on, there it is. Okay, Mama Lupe. So I cannot pronounce these characters' names. Okay, Mama Lupe. Okay, yeah, I have to look back in the movie and see that for myself. So Mama Lupe, who made her first appearance since Mexican Makeover, makes a comeback. Also makes a comeback in the wedding episode. Who also came back for the movie. And not gonna lie, this new character she's with hardly say or do much, but at least he actually helps them during the fight, which I will get to it later on. And there was an opportunity I quote unquote, when she tried to skateboard on the hill after basically Carlos told her about the story of the doomed goddess and all that. Bunny Ann tried to skate there, and with a video chatting with her friend Sid back in the city, Bunny Ann may have accidentally unleashed Pangori into their world, who basically disguised herself, a human disguise as a Sheoad. So, I'm gonna try to get this right. To use Bunny Ann, so you can get the mask, so you can finish off the ritual and became a full goddess. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to get on this movie. I mean, I'm using my laptop to try to, like, basically what went down in the movie, so I won't end up mess up the movie. And then that leads with Bunny Ann getting trapped there, and now pretty much everyone in Mexico, along with her family, is now pretty much doomed. But there was one scene I love. One scene that I actually love throughout this God-specific movie was, and I freaking quote, Bunny Ann, and I quote, Bunny Ann's emotional scene.
Should've listened to Mom and done family stuff like she wanted.
That was the one thing I love. The one scene. And you know what's best about it? We never saw Bunny Ann cry throughout the whole series. Not even the Loud House series. Not even her own spin-off she cried. But in the movie, she finally does cry and gets her own emotional scene, which was a few seconds in. To the voice actor who played us Bunny Ann, you did an amazing job. Thank you for giving her like an emotional scene, even though I wish that I want this to be longer. It turns out the mirror can able to communicate from the house to the museum at some point. And yeah, basically, this is where I get to my dislike of the only movie I dislike the most. Was the reveal of the legend. You know the flashback that we saw back in the very beginning of the film? Well, I'm gonna use that knowledge. So after basically, her family distract the security guard, break in the museum, destroy vital stuff, and finally manage to rescue Bunny Ann. They somehow found the scroll, which actually corrects, and corrected of the storyline. When we find out that Pangori isn't the main villain. Hold on, I'm gonna use my laptop again. So hang tight.
You know that fire and destruction stuff?
okay, according to Mama Lupe, it turns out that, Yukui, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the god's name, right? Who happens to be the goddess of the underworld, and no, I'm not talking about Hades, you out of context morons, I'm talking about Yuguru, who actually was the main antagonist of the film, and some kind of evil god they have to face to save Mexico, and everyone else in it. Which leads up to Pangori Oshiwa, her redemption. So basically, after one end, the suggest that she can, if she goes to her and reach out to her, maybe she'll call off this whole thing. So yeah, also allows the point that she actually did finish the ritual and became a full god at one point. And one end suggested, as I mentioned again, once go up to her and heal her out. Let her heal her side of the story. But at least Pangori redemption was okay, at least better than the main villain that the Loud House movie did. But at least Pangori was within right. Which, of course, that leads up to the main climax of the movie, which is the entire Casagrandes family and Pangori versus Uguru, god of the underworld. And again, I am not mentioning of Hades. Okay? I'm mentioning Hades. They try to fight him off, trying to fight him to send him back to the pits for where he's come from, only for Pangori to find out that her parents were in these jewels, and the only two tools that can manage to take her out was basically, and I'm gonna quote, so the only two weapons they use. So this is what Yugumi looks like, and you see those two jewels right up on top of it, even you can see it, it's too bright. Those Jews were actually her parents. So, in my theory is right, so then her parents didn't die, they were just trapping those Jews along with it. And the only remaining thing that can defeat him was by the green fire and a giant stone chunklat. See? And, yeah, I'm trying to show you this on my laptop. A giant chunkla, which is made out of stone and green fire, which happens to be, like, the only remaining, the only tool to take out Wugumi down for good. And they all did. They successfully take him out. Not before Bonnie Ann gives out the final blow on him and basically I can't tell if Bonnie Ann full on kill him or just send him back to the pits. So I'm just gonna say he sent him back to where he came from and Mexico was safe. And then basically of course they make a demand. Lugumi apologized to her parents, so did Bonnie Ann, and both parents, Miroa and Lugami's parents, they immediately decide to let their child grow up and let them discover things on their own before the movie immediately ends with the festival of the Casagrandes family celebrating the Festival of Light. Celebrating the Festival of Light, the fire, the Festival of Fire. I'm sorry, I'm stubborn. I'm still new to this whole thing. And then, Bonnie Ann actually did end up having a good time in the summer. Well, then, I'm glad Bonnie Ann decided not to go to the skate park, or she could lose a whole bunch of bones. And with that, I guess that brings us to the end of this movie review. But I'm gonna leave out my final thoughts first. Now, my final thoughts for the movie, it was okay. It was actually, well, it was good and expected. I mean, it's not one of the best films. At least it was good. Despite Nickelodeon have gone down the train recently, but at least it was something. It was good. It was something. It was good. It was better than the Loud House. And and I'm gonna say it again. They did the research. They did the research. They fixed the plot. They get them characters. The scenes of the movie have shaved. Oh, have shaving. They actually did some. Even though they fixed the story plot right, even though it still remained the same from the Loud House movie about their family relatives in Scotland, at least the Casagrandes movie was better. It was decent. It was good. So, you know about my only likes about this movie is one year's emotional scene. Again, props to the voice actor. And my only scene that I dislike was the reveal of the story. Like, oh sure, like Mugumi was actually the main villain, and they got the legend wrong. And Penguin was never really the evil. Evil. It was Mugumi, the god of the underworld, who was actually evil. They got the legend wrong. I wish they could reveal it like in time. I just wish they could have done the reveal. A little bit before or during the climax, of the movie. Overall, it was good. It was a good, decent movie. Then the Loud House, and I highly recommend you watch the entire Casagrandes movie over the Loud House movie. Even at least in my own beliefs, it was good. It was actually decent. So without further saying done, though, I'm gonna give the Casagrandes movie a 87 out of 100. At least better than the Loud House movie. And I guess that leads us to the end of this movie, end of this video review. But don't worry though, that doesn't mean my journey of being the Casagrandes chick doesn't stop there. I will eventually, in due time, in current times, that I will eventually review all the Casagrandes, reviewing of the Casagrandes series, just in my own terms. Since they're all going to, since they're all going to be in my channel, I'm going to do my own thing. So expect some new additions to my Casagrandes chick reviews in my channel from the near future. So thank you all for watching. I know this was a long time for me to review the Casagrandes movie, but unfortunately though, this is all you're gonna get from me because again, if you haven't seen the movie, exit out the video and watch the movie. And those who have seen the movie, I'm glad you stick around and finally see this coming to life. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what? Just don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for any of my future content. And always remember to hit the notification bell, so you will be the first one to see my new videos when they come out. This is Mix of Time with Amill, aka the Casagrandes chick, saying sign off, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.